Good morning, good afternoon, good time zone. I hope everyone's doing well. Today, got something a little bit different. We have got the Slaves to Darkness, Mibyllorr Darkfang, Chaos Sorcerer Lord, and Familiars that I'm going to be working on for the next couple of streams. I'm going to start off with the Sorceress, or Sorcerer, whichever you prefer, and maybe get to one of the teeny tiny Familiars, because these guys are tiny. Don't know if you all can see that. If that's going to work. There we go. Yeah, super tiny Familiars. I might be able to get to that today or not. I don't know. Hey, Magic, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, teeny. But yeah, that's what I'm working on today. Working on the Sorcerer and her Familiars. I just have to tidy up a little bit before I get started. I have to use the daylight lamp today, which is why the lighting looks a little funny. Because it is super dark and gloomy outside. You know, it is raining and miserable, so I apologize if the light looks a little weird. But it's either that or not being able to see at all. I'm hoping it will brighten up in a bit once the rain's passed. But unfortunately, this is the best I can do today. Alright. Let's get started. Just looking to see. I'm sorry, Magic. I know how that feels. But I hope you get some rest soon. And Indy, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're well. Okay. Yes, I'm also suffering with a bit of lack of sleep. But it's cool. It happens. Kinda used to it at this stage. Rebel, nice. Excited. That's the Gundam one, you know, you mentioned, right? You're earning Beast Tribe for Gunbreaker XP. Nice, Indy, nice. I hope you're getting all the progress you want for it. I spent most of my day yesterday photographing and writing out close to 30 eBay listings for stuff that I'm selling off. So I'm a little bit mentally exhausted today. There's a huge amount of just information that needed processing. But it needed doing. Different Gundam right now. That's alright. I hope you're having fun with this one. That's the important thing. I'm using a much smaller brush than I normally use for this. It's primarily intended for the familiars, but I'm kind of getting used to it on the bigger model. It's a very, very odd feeling. Probably one of the... Yeah, it's always strange how in MMOs you're like, you know, the chosen one, the savior of the world, and then people are like, hey, you scumbag, carry this box for me or else. It's like, not that I'm that way inclined, but don't you know who I am? You remember that massive calamity that passed, like, just a couple of days ago? Maybe not ringing any bells? I don't know, it's always been funny to me in MMOs. I've noticed it's especially strong in Final Fantasy, but there's a few others that are bad for it too. Distinct and sounding? No worries. I don't know why Stream Closed Captioner is suddenly popping up all the time. Because I haven't actually enabled it or set it up yet. So I'm sorry if that's popping up for you guys, because it's kind of frustrating me a bit. Alright, Skyrim, you're in werewolf form? Yes. You're in werewolf form, someone tries to mug you, just sat there like, dude. I mean, credit for the attempt, I guess. You can't really deny that it takes some guts, but it's maybe not the smartest thing to do. And yes, Magic, that is what we're working on. We're working on the WWF Show Your Stripes campaign. We'll be fundraising for another 6 days, is it? 5 days. Jesus, going quick. Another 5 days to raise money for safeguarding tigers in their habitats. So there might be some extra streams next week just to try and hit our total, hit our goal. I know I normally take the last week of the month off, but it's for charity. You know, I can give up a week off for charity. So I'm gonna have to have a look and see what spooky games I've got. I've already got the painting stream planned out for next week. So I'm gonna see if I can find any like tiger themed games to play as well, or something like that, you know. Okay. Next week is another busy week for me, IRL, because I am just allergic to time off apparently. So even though I'm not at the day job, I'm going to a wedding tomorrow, and a concert on the 27th. So I think that's Thursday, maybe? And then I'm back at work on Saturday. Though I might message my manager to try and get that Saturday off if I can. Just so that I actually get a day off, you know? Loud alert. Oh my god. Sorry about the alert, because I don't hear or see them come up. But thank you so much for the 25. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's all going towards protecting and saving tigers in the wild. So it's protecting them against poachers, helping them to establish safe habitats, and hopefully saving them. We all love tigers. Beautiful creatures. So the video of a Rottweiler playing with a squeaky toy or a golden retriever pup. Yes, I've seen that in the. It's super cute. Yeah, the Show Your Stripes campaign is all about tigers. Specifically. I'm super excited about it. There's been some really great fundraising efforts from some of the other people. They've done super, super well this time around. Okay. Oh, is that a little tiger? No. That is a super cute emote though. Yeah, I'm really sorry if the alerts are super loud, because, like I said, they don't come through on stream for me. So I can't hear them whatsoever. I'll see if I can get them turned down for the next stream for you guys, so you're not getting deafened. And then we've got a couple of milestones in place as well. So if we hit them, I'll do some specific streams. But I'm just happy to have been invited again to take part. Definitely not enough to discourage the pup now. Never. You can never discourage a puppy. And puppies are great for that. Okay. Ah, sorry, Magic. I will try and get that fixed for next stream. Okay. But it is very much appreciated. Thank you for helping me hit the goals. So if we hit $300, we will have officially raised $3,000 for charity, which is a pretty incredible number. So I really want to hit that goal. If we can. Just because being able to say that a community of under 1,000 people have been able to raise over 3 times that for charity. It's a pretty cool achievement. We're a pretty amazing group of people. Okay. But for now, I'm going to have to try and not knock myself out on my own lighting. And let's see if we can finish this. I want to at least finish the Sorcerer today, so that's why I'm focusing on the Sorcerer. I'll paint the familiars in another stream next week. I will be doing a Halloween paint stream on next Sunday. So it won't be on Halloween itself, it'll be the day before. the moment, I'm just working my way through this. I'm just trying to kind of give it a very classic kind of look. Classic evil spooky sorcerer. Doing evil spooky sorcerer things. Hey Hipsu, welcome in. And yes, I do, Indy. Why'd you ask? Salted caramel is pretty great, especially in hot chocolate. Or on ice cream. Salted caramel and vanilla ice cream is incredible. Thoroughly recommend it if you ever get the chance. Two dozen salted caramel Tim Tam packs. Oh my goodness, there's so many Tim Tams. This sounds great, Indy. I don't know if I could eat that many Tim Tams though. Okie dokie. Evil spooky sorcerer. I'm fine with this. It's my kind of spooky sorcerer. Okay. It's a nice idea, Andy, but there's way too many Tim Tams for me. It's way too many. I'd never eat them. They'd go bad. It'd be a waste. But I appreciate you thinking of me and letting me know. Okay. Concentration mode. Sorry, I went a bit quiet there, folks. So many little areas on this armor. I'm actually going to switch to smaller brush again. So I decided to go with the dark blue for the armor. Just because it kind of felt a bit more interesting, I guess, than just plain black armor. Plus, I want to go for sort of like a weathered brass look on the metal trim. I feel like that would have looked better with a dark blue rather than black. Get something a little bit more colourful out of it in the end. Oh, jeez. Stupid hands. They have dumb hands today. I'm gonna be dropping things. Okay. Good up here as well. There's a lot of armor pieces. Now the blue will actually look a little bit less strong once it's dry. It's quite a dark blue. There are some errors that I missed. I'm not reading that out, Andy. I'm not reading that pun. Terrible, terrible puns. Evil puns. Okay. I'm just making sure all the gaps are getting filled in now. So by working this way, I'm kind of blocking out all the different sections because it's quite sort of, it's quite a set color scheme, I guess. Like all the different sections are very different colors. So that means when it comes down to bits later on, it's very easy for me to see where different sections sit and which colors need more work and all that sort of thing. Vicky, my perception is too high, Indy. Alrighty. So we got a demon skull here. So all I'm doing with the skull is just putting the first layer of paint on. Not worrying that it's not quite even yet. Again, we're still kind of marking out the different areas and the different materials, I guess, in their base colors. Okay. I'm just trying to be careful not to obscure any details, if I can help it. Let's drag some of this paint around the back. So keeping it a very, very thin layer. Okay. Because it's such a small brush as well, there's only so much paint you can actually carry on it. So in that way, it's actually slightly easier using these small brushes. Yeah, it's likely to accidentally drop a great big blob of paint where you didn't want it to go. Hey Hallie, welcome in. How's it going? I hope you're well. Okie dokie. That looks like a demon skull, I think. At least a partially painted one. And then we got some horns here too. Now these will probably change colour. for now, I'm just marking them out so that I can get a better idea of what's going on. And with the ones on her head, I am making an effort to make them at least mostly even in colour. Okay. And days like this, I feel like I need a microscope to work on some of the detail. Okay. We get this side, and then make sure we get right down to the bottom as well. And it turns out, no matter how small your brush, you can still overspill your paint. So that's an interesting lesson I've learnt today. Here we go. That's better. That's looking better at the back there. Oh boy. Aww. That's so cute, Howley. Those emotes are adorable. Alright, just gonna see. Is that light enough? Is that... Please tell me those are glow sticks. They are glow sticks. Okay, I had to check the Pikachu. That's light enough to see by. I can move that out of the way so I'm not getting knocked out by my light anymore. So that's an improvement. I've been well, thank you, Holly. We're working on some fundraising. I have had almost a full week off the day job, which feels amazing. I've still been pretty busy though, because I'm sorting through basically all of my belongings and sort of selling and donating a lot of them. So I've been sort of working through that at the moment. So there's a lot of old models and things like that that I no longer want or need. An old laptop getting sold for parts, that kind of thing. I've gotten rid of about 3 bags of clothing that I don't wear or want anymore. Just a lot of rubbish as well, like a lot of old instruction manuals and things like that. It's felt pretty good. I'll feel even better once it's all actually gone, as opposed to being waiting to be sold and all that sort of thing. Saving all my time off when I quit my job. I'd love to quit my job. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy my day job most days, but I don't want to work to make someone else rich anymore. If I could afford to, I would quit my job, but unfortunately, I can't pay my bills in Warhammer figures. Hen, welcome in. How are you doing, lovely? It's good to see you. Are you planning to quit your job, Hal? Or are you looking for a new one? Or what's happening with that? If you don't mind me asking, of course. You can just tell me to mind my own business. I won't be offended. Okay. What a healthy work environment. Oh, I'm really sorry about that, Hallie. The best advice I can give you, other than obviously quit as soon as you can, the best advice I can give you from someone who has worked in environments like that before is make sure you have a hobby that completely takes your attention away from it. Or at least an escapism hobby. And don't let that drop, whatever you do, no matter how tired you are. Always find time for that hobby. Whether it's exercising, reading, music, games, whatever. Set yourself a dedicated time for it. It helps. It really, really helps to kind of not take it away, but balance it off. Because you can count down. You can say, oh, okay, only, one day until my gaming night, or tonight I can sit down and read for 3 hours and it'll make it better. Video games. Can't quit till you finish your studies. Aw, that's rough. Yeah, set down a time for gaming, and make sure you stick to it no matter what. It does really help. D&D Friday nights. Oh, that's so good. For me, it was reading, and then later stream. But because I'd listen to audiobooks at work as well. I'd be like, it's alright, I can get home and then I'll be able to read the next chapter of whatever I was reading at the time. It's alright, once I get home I can sit and work on overlays or alerts or whatever. Which, to be honest, I need to start doing that more often. I want to set a dedicated time for myself to just sit and do behind the scenes stuff, you know, like working on alert sounds or improving performance for something or setting up some interesting games to play. One thing I'm considering is a modded Stardew run on stream. I feel like that'd be fun. But yeah, I really hope that you get to quit soon, Allie. I'll be cheering for you when you do. It's the best feeling when you get to quit a toxic job like that. Okey-dokey. Nah, life's too short for that sort of bullshit. Okay. Let's get this one done as well. Two classes to go, home stretch. That's awesome, Holly. How exciting. I hope they go quickly and successfully for you. And I hope you get to quit your horrible job in a spectacular way. I get how you feel with that, Ellie. I'm not in a bad job and my manager's great, but I'm exhausted. I need to work for myself for a bit. But I also need to be able to afford the rent, so it's a tough position to be in. but I've decided that starting it in January, I'm going to save aggressively so that I can go to PAX again. I miss my friends. And I think that helps. You know, seeing your friends, actually being able to spend time with them in person rather than via a computer screen. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm grateful that I get to see them at all, but in person's still best. I don't know. I'm working on the building good habits part of life at the moment. Getting rid of the bad habits and things that are holding me back. Shifting towards things like saving money and eating healthily and exercising regularly and all that sort of stuff. Building those habits up. Because my thinking is if I can do that and be, like, successful with it, I should hopefully be able to go to PAX next year and enjoy it and have a good time. But I need to be very disciplined to do that. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. Okay. At the moment, main focus is raising money to save the tigers and painting this model, which is slowly coming together. Slowly starting to look like how I pictured it in my head before I started this. Okay. Or, you know, the model can just run away again. That's fine, I guess. Apparently this model doesn't want their armor painted. Alrighty. Now, one thing I really want to do is reintroduce longer streams back into rotation. So that's a goal that I'm going to work towards next year, especially. Because I know my streams have kind of been on the short side for a while. And part of it is, you know, my health. It's not healthy for me to be sat down that long. But I want to get that back. I think YouTube streams will always be on the short side though. I think I'll always keep those to around an hour or so. Just because the videos of that size work better on YouTube. But Twitch streams, I want to go longer on Twitch in the future. But that is going to involve some hard work on my side, getting my health back. Yeah. Thanks, Han. There's two reasons why I don't do longer streams at the moment. Part of it is, like I mentioned, the health thing. Even streams, you know, even now, I've only been live, what, an hour or so? And already I'm hurting. You know, my back hurts, my shoulders and arms hurt, my legs hurt. You know, 3 hours at the moment is about the absolute limit of what I can do before my body just hurts too much for me to be able to stream and be entertaining. I want to get to a stage where I can comfortably do about 5 hours. So I feel like that's a respectable stream. The other side of it is time. Just finding that much time in a week. Because of my day job and the long hours I work there. It's hard for me to have enough hours in the day to fit in work and a stream. So it's a balancing act. You know, and I know I'm not the only one who has that trouble. I know there's plenty of other content creators out there who balance a full-time job and work. Not much to find one who also balance a chronic illness, though. So if you know anyone who's in full-time work, chronically ill and streaming, let me know. I need to follow them and ask for advice. It's okay. Well, I say it's okay. It's not okay. I struggle with fibro literally every day. And it's never a fun struggle. But I'm getting to the point now where I understand what helps and what doesn't, and how far I can push it before I'm gonna hurt myself to the point where I can't recover and all this sort of thing. So I'm at least understanding the balance a bit better than I was when I was first diagnosed, but it's still hard. No worries, Magic. No need to apologise. Thank you so much for stopping in. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. I hope you get some rest. And I'll catch up with you again soon. Pretty cool one? But feel free to make some suggestions. If you want to send them to me in Discord instead, feel free. but I would really because I follow a couple of full-time content creators who are also, you know, chronically ill, and it's great, but I envy them so much because when I have a flare-up, I don't get to take time off, at least not from work. I can, but my day job isn't the best with it. Like, it puts me under a lot of pressure at work. So I don't really get time off to deal with my illnesses. Whereas being a full-time content creator, you're in charge of your schedule. You don't have some random company dictating how often you can be sick. So, while full-time content creators who don't have a day job but do have chronic illnesses are not hard to find necessarily, people like me who have a regular job, content creation, and a chronic illness, there's not many that I've found yet. And a lot of them are currently on hiatus when I have found them, so I'm just sat here like, I know it's not just me. I know there are people out there. But finding them is hard. And I've been tempted to branch out into, like, little advice guides. Yeah, for folks like me. So like, hey, if you're chronically sick, also dealing with a day job and streaming, here's some advice. They're a little enjoyer. Ilden's pretty great. But no, seriously, I if you do know anyone like that, who is not myself, please send them my way. Just feel free to drop me a link anytime. Because, I cannot express how much that would help me right now. I know I'm not the only one out there, but it can feel very lonely. To be honest with you all. Which is why I'm thinking about branching out into little guides, I guess, on taking care of yourself in this sort of situation. Because it's taken me a long time to work it out. And I'd love to be able to help other people. But I don't know if I'm necessarily an authority on it, since I'm still kind of a baby streamer, in a way. I would call myself a veteran noob streamer. I hope you're doing well, Chai. Welcome in. Oh yeah. Sorry that took a kind of serious turn. But I do want to emphasize I am okay. You know, the illness is not going to go anywhere. And I have some days are better than others. But I am okay. I'm doing fine. In the grand scheme of things. There is no cause to be worried. Just, you know, like I said, some days are better than others. Just don't forget to look out for everyone, the people who seem to be okay all the time. Don't forget to look out for them too. Okay. But on a happier note, we are making good progress with the Sorcerer. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the Sorcerer today. And then we can do the wonderful collection of tiny little familiars all in a stream on their own next week. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So they get their own stream completely. Just because this Sorcerer is taking a little longer than I thought it would. And as usual, I'm under a bit of time pressure today to try and get everything sorted out because I've got guests staying over. It's looking fantastic. Thank you, Jai. Thank you. Secret is really, really small brushes, as it turns out. But yeah. After this, I've got to get the flat ready for someone staying over. I gotta get myself ready. Gotta do some cooking, some cleaning, all the fun adult stuff. Bacon and scrambled eggs sounds good to me, Indy. I'm not eating yet. I wasn't hungry when I woke up. But I'll probably have something like a jacket potato or maybe an omelette. Something like that. Kind of a larger lunch. Okay. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's having a nice, relaxing weekend. Okay. Definitely feels like we're getting into the actual, I don't know, the details now for this model. It's nice, it's a good feeling. Right, let's make that a little bit brighter. It's kind of a dark and dingy one, that one. And then we're getting the trim as well on the armor. I'm trying to do it in some areas so that it looks like the brass is worn rather than like painted on sort of thing. So I want it to look like the armor's brass underneath with paint on top kind of situation. So I'm going in and I'm taking a very, very small amount of the brass paint and I'm kind of using it as a highlight on the blue to kind of try and give that effect. We'll see how it looks later on. Okay. And also tidying up some of the color in the halo, I guess you call it. The brass halo. I think it's soon going to be cloak time, which is great. I love painting cloaks and wings and things like that. Highlighting. So I'm trying not to go too aggressive on highlights. Mainly because I think aggressive highlighting can actually make the model look worse. But also because I'm planning to put contrast over the top of it, I don't want it to have such a dramatic, like... I don't want it to look like it's a stripy cloak. So I'm just highlighting where it needs to be, and I'm going to let the contrast paint do most of the work on this one. Okay. This coming down here as well. Oops, there's a bit more than I wanted on there. Like I said, even with a teeny tiny brush, it's still not tricky to put too much and too much paint in the wrong area can be just as bad as not enough. Ah, shite. Ah, damn it. Luckily, it hit a part that I've not painted yet. I hate it when stuff drops like that, though. I always think it's going to get damaged. It's all good, Indy. Nothing to worry about. Okay. I'm gonna let those settle in for a couple of minutes. While that happens, I may as well fix what just occurred on the sword, which luckily should be a relatively easy fix. Okay. There we go. Once I cover this a little bit, no one will ever know. Except literally everyone who just saw me do that. We'll ignore that little detail. I'm just going to do a little bit of... a little bit of brightening up on that stone. Turning it into silver. There you go, now it stands out a bit more. So the sword is fixed. I'm just gonna go over, I'm just tidying up armor, basically. Okay. So far, so good. Right. Last little bit with the actual paints, and then I think it's time to get the shades and contrast paints out. We've got 2 little details left. Hey, Bess, welcome in. How's it going? Okay. Teeny tiny little teeth. Alright, any luck? No worries, Hitsu. That sounds like fun. I hope you get some good photos. Take it easy. I appreciate the luck. I hope you have an excellent weekend, and I'll catch up with you soon. As I was catching up with your Green Hell stream earlier, the full stream. I'm sad I missed it, but it was 4 AM for me when you went live, so I was asleep. Okay. There it is. How about the rest of it? I'm going to be watching the rest of your stream this afternoon, I think. Okay. Alright. So, I think with that, the last few details for this, in terms of paint, are done. But there are still a few more details to go. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. Then I have to use shades and things like that in a very small area. Shades and contrast paints are a lot more liquid than the ones I've been using, so they go everywhere. They've got about the same consistency as ink or water. So I'm going to start with the easy bit first and work my way inwards. So firstly, the easy bit. Okay, just get this red done. Sorry I keep going quiet today. Apparently my attention can only deal with painting today. But hopefully that's still clear for you guys. It's getting gloomy here again. It's one of those days where it never quite properly lightens up. It's very dark and grey and overcast, unfortunately, so light is a bit weird. But I hope you all can see it alright on stream. Okay. And up here too. This is a trickier bit because there's some tiny little bits of red in between all this strapping and armor pieces. You've got to be careful to actually allow the ink to settle in those gaps. without actually letting it spill over into areas that shouldn't be red. Okay. I know I got the brass halo there a little bit, but that I can deal with. That's not too difficult to fix. Okay, and get this under bit as well. Okay. Suddenly that is looking like a much more rich and developed cloak. I love contrast paints. Like talent in a pot. I think we'll start with this one first. So this is kind of weathering. If you think about it, a skull or bone that's exposed to the elements over time, it's not really going to stay pristine and white. This is kind of what I'm doing here, just adding some of this in. I'm also adding it to the brass on her armor, just to give it that kind of brightness. And you know, it looks good when it's done right. So the idea with adding it to the brass on the armor, it just kind of... It's partially a weathering thing again, but it also just makes the actual brass color look so much better. Just a lot more rich and lifelike, I guess. So I'm also going to add it to the halo, and I might leave that red on the halo just because it kind of looks like a bloodstain. And it's not where I would necessarily put it out of choice, but maybe that makes it better. I don't know, I'll think about it. Anything cooking? Ooh, what you making, Indy? Alright. Next bit. So this is a super dark brown colour. Great for fur and grips on weapons. I'm also using it at the base of these bones. Berry and milk? So, strawberry milkshake kind of thing? Wild forest berry milkshake? Okay, I'm gonna wait a little bit for some of that to dry. In some areas. That's alright. Okay. So I think I am going to add some blood effects to that halo, like I mentioned. I'm going to do it properly. Okay. So I'm trying to not go overboard with this. But I kind of want it to look like, you know, sacrifices are maybe not willing. It is the Halloween season after all, right? It's Halloween without a little blood and guts. There you go. Berries are similar to raspberries? Okay. That sounds pretty cool. Raspberry milkshakes are great. Fresh raspberries on porridge or oatmeal. So good. Definitely recommend it if you ever get the chance to try it. Alrighty. I'm going with mud, I think, on the base. So I think a darker colour would work well. So just a little bit of stone and mud. Nothing too fancy. I'm using the small end of the texture tool just to make sure it gets in where it needs to go. I'm doing quite a thin layer, so I kind of try and avoid letting it travel too much on the model itself. But I kind of get a very strong, almost Cenobite vibe off of her. And I can't really see a Cenobite getting down in the mud with things like that, so it's kind of what I'm going for, like a fantasy Cenobite. You know, if Lord of the Rings had Cenobites, I feel like they would look, well, they'd probably actually be the Nazgul, but maybe there'd be one like this. Right. She has such sights to show you. If the camera will only focus. So, just gonna... So I'm now kind of going over any bits that need maybe a second coat of paint. Whether from needing highlights or overspill or whatever. Okay, a little bit there. And then just the last little bit of tidying up on that book. And then I think we might be done with it. At least for now. Maybe a tiny little bit of detail on this hoof. There we go. Now I'm satisfied with that. So I wouldn't necessarily call this a display piece. Nice, Cindy. Congrats on your Cackpot wins. So, this is sort of one for just a casual tabletop game, I think. But one Mibyllorr Darkfang, Chaos Sorcerer Lord. My own version. Just in time for Halloween. But I am going to leave it there for today. So shift those out to one side so you all can see it a little more clearly. Maybe. Apparently not. Come on, focus. It just does not want to work today. That's the best I can do, unfortunately. But yeah, I am going to leave it there for today. I will be back next week. I'm going to postpone my week off so I can do some more charity streams for y'all. So I will be back next week with, I'll be doing the familiars that you can see in the background. I will probably do, I might start a new Cult the Alarm Runker. There'll probably be some other games as well. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there for today. Thank you all so very much for joining me. Thank you for continuing to contribute to the Show Your Stripes campaign. We have got another 5 days left on that. So I really hope we can make that goal, or at least hit halfway. That would be cool. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I will see you all next week. Bye for now, folks.